Some training today. I've got my notes here. We're going to talk about 5 things that are holding your credit back. Okay, awesome. Happy to have you here. All right. Let's see. So, like I was saying, if you're new here, comment a 1 so I can just get a feel for everybody that's here. Hello, welcome. I am going to be teaching today. I'll give you guys some solutions as well. If you're brand new here, I'll give a little background about like who I am, why I'm here, and all that good stuff. So my name is Dominique Bennett. My husband is Mikhail Bennett. And together we have put together a course teaching other people how to fix their credit themselves. And the reason being is because we were in a situation years ago, probably like 4 years ago now, where our credit was awful. And, you know, instead of fixing it ourselves, I decided to try to pay somebody else to fix it for me. And that was a mistake because that person didn't do anything for me to fix my credit. So instead of, you know, not doing anything or finding somebody else to pay, I decided to figure it out myself. I've always been like a solution-based person where like I'm not afraid to go out and seek information and try to figure it out myself. I thought that paying somebody else was going to be my solution, but it wasn't, because at the end of the day, I didn't understand credit, okay? So that really brings me to number 1 of why I wanted to speak today, which the number 1 reason why your credit is where it is because you don't understand credit and how it works, okay? So there are actually 5 factors of your credit and what makes up your overall credit score. So I was going to go over that a little bit. Sometimes I do that as like the main training, but there are a lot of other things that might be holding you back besides not understanding your credit. But for those of you that are new and maybe don't understand credit and like what truly makes up your credit score, I feel like that's always a good place to start. So number 1, 35% of your overall score is your payment history. So how many of you have ever had a late payment before? Let me know, raise your hand, put an emoji or something in the chat if you've had a late payment before and you don't know what to do about it. Okay, so payment history is number 1. And this is why you should have at least the very minimum, your minimum payment on autopay on all of your credit cards. So that way you don't ever have a late payment that happens, okay? Yes, of course we want to make a higher payment than the minimum, but things happen, life happens, and you wanna make sure that you always have that minimum payment on autopay so that if for some reason something happens, like if you have a late payment, it wouldn't be your fault, it would be the company's fault, right? So that's a very easy thing to solve if it's the company's fault and not yours. But by just simply having it set up on autopay, you're going to prevent that from happening. So for those of you that might have a late payment on your credit report and you just don't know what to do about it, it all depends on how many late payments you have and how old are they, okay? So if you have 1 late payment on your credit report, what you should do is you should pick up the phone and call the company who you have a late payment with. Explain the situation, let them know it was, you know, human error, you forgot, you know, whatever it was, and let them know that you've been a really good customer, and it would be great if they could make that adjustment for you and bring your account to current so that it doesn't hurt your credit score. You can even say like, you know, listen, I'm looking to buy a home, I'm looking to get an apartment, get a job, and this late payment has decreased my credit score a lot. So again, make sure you guys have your credit card set up on autopay for at least the minimum payment to prevent late payments from happening. Because when you get a late payment, like for those of you that have, it'll like lower your score anywhere from like 50 to even like 100 points. So that's like a lot of the reason why people have low scores is because they've been late before. And they don't realize that like that's going to affect your credit for at least 2 years. So if you're somebody that has a credit card that has many late payments, if they're older than 2 years old, it's probably not affecting your credit as much because as your card is used over time and like as long as you've had on-time payments since those 2 years, then you should be okay because that history kind of like goes away after 2 years because like you're just creating new history. But if you have a ton of late payments and they are recent, like within the past year, more than likely you're going to want to close that account entirely, like if you're looking to increase your credit score. Now, you can look to dispute those late payments and have them bring that to current, but a lot of times when you have multiple late payments, it's really hard to do that. But that doesn't mean that you can't try, okay? Because I've seen it happen. I've seen people get multiple late payments taken off. It's just all about doing the disputes and trying it and not giving up until you get the solution that you're looking for, okay? So number 2 is the amounts owed category. This is all about your credit card utilization, okay? So if you're looking to just maintain your overall credit score, or if you're somebody that has high utilization right now and you're looking to make that better because it is 30% of your overall credit score, what you want to do is you want to begin to pay those cards down and get them under 30%. So for people that are like, Dominique, I have like a ton of utilization, like where do I even start? Because I get it, it's overwhelming. Like you write down all of your credit card balances and what their limits are and you're like, holy crap, like I owe a lot of money. So instead of looking at it like the big picture, let's look at it card by card. So what I recommend is, they call it like the snowball method, where you just take that card that has the lowest balance. So let's say you have a credit card that has a $500 balance, okay? Let's even say like $1,000 balance. You have it maxed out. You want to bring that card under $300, okay? So I would put most of your money that like maybe you pay like $100 or $200 on every credit card or whatever. Take most of that, like pay the minimum on those cards so that they're not late, and then put the majority of that money towards that lower card. Because once you bring that card under 30%, it's going to help your overall credit score. And then you want to do that for each card. I always just tell people, just write everything down and take your time. Because when you look at everything, it's just, like my son always says, like when I'm looking at numbers on paper, it's just numbers, you know? So it's overwhelming. So it's really going to help to get it out of your head, put it on paper, and have something you can physically look at and really create a plan for yourself. I'll also talk more about utilization in a little bit, but I want to talk about the third factor, which is your credit history, okay? And this is 15% of your overall credit score. Now, people don't understand that when you're fixing your credit and you're removing negative items, yes, it's great because you don't want those negative items on your credit report. So what's a negative item? Okay, anything that's negatively affecting your credit score. So charge-offs, collections, repos, cards with late payments, anything that has like a negative factor associated with that card. Okay, so when we're talking about overall credit history, every card has history. So for a lot of you that have student loans, you might have gone to school 10 years ago, right? So understand that that student loan has 10 years of history associated with it. So let's say you had some late payments on that student loan, you missed some payments and you're like, okay, I want to remove the whole account. Understand that when you remove that entire account, you're also wiping away 10 years of history from your credit profile. Because with your overall credit profile, it's not account by account, it's the average of all of the cards that you have. So when you remove a card that, or a student loan, or any loan period that has 10 years of history and you remove it from your credit report, it might hurt your score before it helps it to improve, okay? So there are ways that you can replace that card, okay? So do any of you rent where you live? If you do, comment a 1 in the comments if you rent where you live. I rented for years. We actually just purchased our home last year. So I actually used what I'm about to tell you guys for years, and it was amazing. Nobody rents where they live? All of you are homeowners? All right. Well, for those of you who rent where you live, you can actually report that rent on your credit report. There's 2 different companies that I'm familiar with. One of them is Rental Karma, and the other one is Rent Reporters. And I have a lot of people that are like, are these companies legit? Yes, they are. Because I personally have used them myself, okay? And what you'll do is it'll report all of the years that you've rented. So make sure that you've obviously paid your rent on time, which I feel like a lot of people, like that's the first thing they pay on time is their rent. And then they kind of let everything else, like I pay it when I get to it. But typically people pay their rent on time because they need a roof over their head. They have a family, like they want to make that their top priority payment, right? So as long as you have a good payment history with your landlord, or if it's a property management company, you can report that rent on your credit report. So let's say that, you know, that student loan that you had, let's say you have a student loan that was like 5 years old and you've been renting for 5 years in the same place, like the same building, the same home. So you'll be able to replace that history that you just removed with that student loan with Rental Karma, with your rental history. So that's going to help to improve your overall credit score. Something else you can do is simply adding trade lines to your credit report. There are different types of trade lines that you can add. So I'm talking like authorized user trade lines. The first thing that I suggest doing before you actually invest and buy an authorized user trade line would be to look to friends and family. Like, look to people that brag about their credit score to you and say like, hey, you know that card you've been talking about, or your credit you've been talking about, do you have any cards that I could hop on that you pay on time, you don't use them often, like they have a very low utilization? And what happens is you just reap the benefits of their good credit. You don't get the credit card because companies mail the credit card to the card owner, and then they would then disperse it to the people, right? So you wouldn't have access to their account. You would just simply reap the benefits. So this, again, all comes down to education and just understanding how credit works. So that way, if you're somebody that has somebody that has great credit cards that you want to be an authorized user on, you can break it down and explain it to them and explain how it works. Or you can just play this video for them and explain, and I'll explain it to them how it works, okay? So you wouldn't have access to that money. You're simply just going to be reaping the benefits of that person's good credit. So the other, and that's something you can do right away. Like right now, even if your credit's bad, go and see if friends and family have great credit and they have a card or two that you can hop on as an authorized user. That's going to help your score starting now. If, though, you're somebody that doesn't have friends and family around you that you can hop on their card, what you want to do is you're going to have to look to invest into an authorized user trade line, okay? That is not something you want to do in the process of fixing your credit. Like, you don't want to do it now. When you would want to invest into an authorized user trade line is going to be when you're in the rebuilding stage. So when does that happen? Well, you have to fix your credit first. So you have to remove all of the negative items from your credit report before you add an authorized user trade line, meaning paying for it, okay? If you have somebody that's gonna let you hop on their card for free, by all means, add that ASAP because that's gonna help you. But if you're going to put your hard-earned money and invest into it, don't do it until you're in the building phase when you're ready to actually go and apply for new credit, okay? And then I wanna talk about new credit. So that's 10% of your overall score. So this is where those hard inquiries come into play. So for me, like I, years ago, went and applied for a car. And at the time, my credit was terrible. So they sent my credit report probably to like 30 banks total because my score was so bad. It was like they sent out one round and like nobody gave me an offer. So they sent it out to another like 15. And I ended up with 26 hard inquiries on my credit report, okay? And there was only one of them that was actually associated with the loan, like who I got the approval from. So a lot of people don't know that each of those hard inquiries is hurting your credit score. It could be anywhere from 2 and sometimes even as high as 10 points per hard inquiry. So it's really important that any hard inquiries that are not associated with any open accounts, meaning like you did not get approved for that card, you want to make sure that you remove them from your credit report. Okay? And there are easy ways to dispute them to where you don't even have to pick up the phone and call. Some people like to get on the phone and call and dispute them over the phone. It's all personal preference and what you like to do and what you prefer to do. But there are multiple ways that you can remove those hard inquiries. So make sure that you remove any hard inquiries that are not associated with any approvals, like any open accounts. Okay? And then finally is 10%, which is your credit mix. So this is where installment loans and lines of credit come into play. So lines of credit could be like a home equity line of credit. It's also a credit card, okay? So they still call those lines of credit where they're giving you an amount that you can go and spend. And as you spend it, you know, you pay it back and you're ultimately supposed to pay it down every single month. Like that's the whole purpose. You're not supposed to spend money that you don't have, right? So that would be line of credit. And then installment loans are like mortgages, cars. You can even go get personal loans and things like that. And there's also credit builder accounts like Self. So Self is a company you can get either installment loans from or credit cards, and they're actually secured, okay? And you can add those. And what that is you're towards that company, you're making a payment every single month, but they're reporting to your credit report that you have like $1,000 personal loan. Okay, even though they didn't give you the money, you're paying towards that. So at the end of the term, you would actually have that money that you could roll into another secured loan if you wanted to, or you could just take the funds out. And that is something that my husband, Mikhail, and I had done in the past as well. So there's a lot of great credit builder accounts that will help you as you're going through the credit repair process. There are credit builder accounts that you can add that are going to help you. So for me, so that takes care of the 5 factors of your credit and understanding how credit works. I have more that I'm going to teach. That was just that's number 1, right? Like, you have to understand how your credit works, because if you don't understand how it works, then you're not going to be able to make decisions, and you're just simply not going to know what to do when you get to a certain phase with your credit. So like I said before, I think one of the biggest takeaways is understanding that removing negative accounts, it does not mean that your score is going to increase, okay? You have to understand that you need credit cards on your credit report in order to maximize all of those categories that I was just talking about. You want to create good habits for yourself. So I am a spender, okay? Hi, my name is Dominique, and I like to spend money. So something that I did, because I had to teach myself new habits, right? So when I was 18, I went and got a credit card and I got a tattoo. Those are literally, talk about stereotypical. That's what I did when I turned 18, okay? I probably bought the tattoo with my credit card, which is hilarious, right? I could probably go back and figure it out. So I had really bad spending habits. And fast forward, now that I understand how credit works, when I started fixing my credit, one thing I did is I went and I got a secured credit card. And I used it, I got one card in the beginning, and I used it for things that I was already spending my money on with my debit card. So gas, what else? Gas, groceries, any spending that you're already planning on doing, use your credit card. And then the next day, as soon as that charge posted, because it doesn't this is banking terms, it doesn't hard post to your credit account until the following day. So in the beginning, when you go and you spend money, let's say you go spend $50 on gas, it's gonna take the availability away from your card, but it's not going to hard post to your account until the following business day. So what I would do is that following business day, I would pay the $50 off. So I was making credit card payments every single day out of my bank account, because I was I needed to train my brain and just create better habits for myself and understand that this money's not mine, I'm borrowing it, right? And this also is great for when you look into companies like Discover and American Express that have amazing reward programs with great points, where you get a 0% credit card for 6 months or 12 months or whatever. And if you spend $8,000 in the first 90 days, they're going to give you 80,000 points that you can redeem for other things. I bought so many things with my American Express points, right? So I actually just the other day called American Express because I wanted to increase my business credit. I have a business credit card with them, and then I have multiple, well, at the time I had one business credit card with them, and then I had multiple personal cards too. And I was calling them because I was planning my summer vacations, and I wanted to use my credit card and not my debit card to pay for my vacation. And we're going away for 2 whole weeks out of the country, and I wanted to be able to use my business credit card, but not max out my card, right? So I was I'm just gonna call American Express. So I called them, I got my increase. I actually almost tripled my available balance on my business credit card, no hard inquiry. I was able to pay for my trip, which is a business trip, right? So now I can write that off on my taxes. And I now have all those points, okay? Because it was not a cheap vacation. So now I'm able to earn the points back. So it was money that I was already planning on spending, but I was able to use my credit card and get points. So it's I'm getting cash back for my own money, if that makes sense, okay? So enough about that. How's everybody doing? I have more training to go over. I just have to unlock my computer because I have it all in notes. So let me know where you guys are tapping in from. I hope that part like made sense to you and really like broke it down. Because for me, like understanding credit was like the hardest part. And then once I got it, I had so many aha moments because I was in banking for 16 years. I left my corporate career in 2022. So it was like May 1st of 2022. So we're 3 years that I've been out of working a job for, full time. And I was doing that forever. And a lot of people think that people that work in banks like know everything there is to know about credit. No, they don't teach us about credit. I just know that you need to have good credit to get approved. That's all I knew, right? So I learned a lot about credit when I actually looked into it myself and started going down the journey of fixing my own credit myself. Because I understand that there's a lot of people that go out there and they pay other people to fix their credit for them. And they think that it's just like an overnight fix, when in reality, like, you didn't get to where you are overnight. Like, you didn't hurt your credit overnight. It typically takes you years to really hurt your credit. Some people are crazy and it's like you got a credit card, you already maxed it out, and then it's charged off in a matter of months, right? But typically a lot of people have been sitting with bad credit for years. So in order for you to fix that credit, it may take you some time. Now, I am saying that there are a lot of accounts that you can dispute and you're going to get results within hours, days, weeks, couple months. But there might be some accounts that are just going to be more stubborn and you're going to have a harder time removing them. But the only way that you're not going to win is if you give up, if you stop disputing, if you let their stall because when you dispute things on your credit report, the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, they are going to try to stall you and send you these automated letters that are going to cause you to be like, okay, oh my God, I don't know what to do now. You just keep going. You ignore those letters and you just keep going and you wait for your results to come back, okay? And then if it doesn't end up the way that you wanted to, like if they come back and say, hey, we verified the account. How did you verify my account? Because there are certain laws that they're supposed to be following and certain procedures that they need to follow in order to actually verify the account. And most of the time, like I want to say 99% of the time, they're not doing that, okay? And that's where a lot of people get hung up and they stop because they think that they're out of ammo. Like they verified it, that's it, and that's all. And that's not. A lot of times that can just be the beginning, okay? And in our course, so if you're brand new here, you don't know, hi, if you're brand new here, I highly advise comment the word credit and go watch my free credit class and learn a little bit more about credit and how our course could help you to fix your credit. We do teach in that as well, just like I was teaching here live, so you can learn a little bit more. And our course is our course is a blueprint for people specifically that want to fix it themselves, that maybe have paid other people hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and they haven't got the results that they wanted. So I know I'm a little all over the place, but when Mikhail and I started, we fixed our own credit, okay? And then we started helping other people by fixing their credit for them. Oh, thanks, Evan. I appreciate that. But yeah, so we went out there and we were fixing credit for other people, and it was great. We had great results, great customers, all the things. However, it was taking up a lot of our time. And we've always been people, we want to help people, but I really like to empower people with information and be able to learn how to do things themselves, because like me, learning valuable skill sets has changed my entire life. Like I said, I quit my corporate job in 2022 and I've never gone back. I actually, within just a few months, I want to say within my first 4 months of leaving my job, I was making per month what I was making per year at my corporate job. And it's because I learned skills. It's not just because I won the lottery or I just, gambled, or anything like that. I literally learned skills, and then I used the skills to help other people, and then I taught the skills that I learned as well. So that's really the way to get out of the cycle that you're in. If you're unhappy at your job, there are a lot of skills that you know already that you can use to help other people. Okay, so let me get going off track, okay? So reason number 2 for why your credit is being held back and you've not been able to fix it is because you have negative items that you haven't removed, okay? So you have negative accounts that are just holding you back, and like you just simply don't know what to do about them. So if that's you, what I would recommend, because we have a community, okay? We actually have two communities, but we have a community on the school platform, and we have a free 7-day trial right now. So I actually hopped on, I've been doing the Q&As in there on Wednesdays. So for a while I took some time off and I was working on some other things and doing some coaching, and I came back and I was like, all right, I'm back in doing the live Q&As on Wednesdays with Denise, for those of you that are in there. So I hopped in, and all these people were just like the amount of testimonials is incredible. It's a Q&A, so it's not really meant for like people to just talk about the results that they've been getting. It's more for people like that are stuck or have a question, things like that. And I just was hearing all these amazing testimonies from people. And then not only that, I was hearing from people that are like, hey, all I've done is join your school community. Like, I didn't even buy your course right away, you know? And they'll come in for free because you get a free 7-day trial. You get the training that's available to you right when you get started, and then you have access to 2 live Q&As per week. We also, sometimes we do like a 3rd live Q&A. It just really depends on what we have going on. But if you're somebody that's like, you know, listen, I've paid other people, I've done other programs, I'm just not sure, like you're just another person on Instagram, then definitely join our school community, because it's going to give you a great introduction into who Mikhail and I are as people, because it's hard to trust people, especially in the financial space. There's a lot of people out there that are money hungry and that are just looking to make a dollar and not truly looking to help people and to give people the result. And for Mikhail and I, it has always been to get the result for people. Like there's nobody out there that has more testimonies than Mikhail and I do. And it's not because I've done anything for them. It's because I've empowered them with information. I've given them tools. I've given them steps to follow. And they go out and they apply what they learn and they get the result. That is life-changing, okay? And that's why Mikhail and I no longer do credit repair as a service to help other people, because we couldn't impact as many people as we could. Like, we probably have over 10,000 people that we've helped to fix their credit by going through our course, right? There's no way that in that amount of years that I would have been able to take on that many clients and had success in helping them to fix their credit and not have them come back in a couple months, you know, saying, hey, like, oh, I screwed up again. Like, that sucks. No, like, I want to change the mindset of people, change their spending habits like I had to change mine. Teach them about what makes up their credit score. Teach them how they can move forward and how they can get approvals and how they can go and get lower interest rates on their credit cards, and teach how they can go to the bank instead of going to the car dealership and walking to the car dealership with a check and getting approved and picking out the car that you want, you know? I feel like I can't learn your program fast enough. Oh, hi, how are you? There's just like, knowledge is so powerful, you guys, and knowledge is what is holding, like, where you are right now in your life, the only reason that you're there right now is because there's information that you just don't know yet, okay? And the foundation for me and what changed my life is fixing my credit, learning about credit, learning about how it works. And I know 1,000,000% that is the factor for tons of other people, because if your credit was in a better position, you'd be able to buy whatever car you wanted, whatever home you wanted, you know, like, obviously you need to be able to make the cash flow as well, right? But having better credit, it just puts you in a better position overall in life. There's even jobs out there that you go and apply for and you won't get the job because of your credit. I remember when I was in banking, I went and applied for, I think it was Univest Bank. This was years ago. I was like in between banks, and I went and applied and I saw that they wanted to pull my credit. I walked out. I didn't even finish filling out the application because my credit score was bad. And I'm like, who do I look like working at a bank, helping other people, and my credit's not good, right? So like I literally walked out. So I could have missed, like that could have been a thing for me. But I'm a big believer in like, you know, God will put you in a position, you know, and things will happen in your life. So now, like, since I went through that, now it's a part of my story today, you know, because I can relate to people that have gone through that themselves. Okay. And there are a lot of people out here trying to teach other people how to fix their credit. Hey, hi, Sierra. There's a lot of people out there that pay other people to fix their credit. There's a lot of people out there that say that they're going to fix their, that say they're going to fix your credit for you, and they don't do anything. They might not have even fixed their own credit. They don't even know how to fix credit. They can't educate you. They can't empower you. Okay? My students, I'm going so off the board right now, but my students that learn how to fix credit for themselves, a lot of them go on to teach other people or help other people, either teach other people or fix up credit for other people. Okay? And I don't let them, or I don't advise that they just go and fix credit for other people without giving people education on the back end. Okay? Mikhail's laughing. Because like my main students, like that I can think of, all of them have an academy, an education course for their clients. Because like I said before, if you go and fix credit for somebody, they're just going to go out and do the same crap that they were doing before. Like if that lady had actually fixed my credit, who knows if I would have actually changed my spending habits and had that moment of like, oh, it's me, right? Like who knows if that would have happened. But because I got the knowledge, I went out and seeked the information and I fixed it myself, I was like, it is me, you know? I'm new, but listening to you, I feel like we have been talking recently. Thank you for your knowledge and willing to educate me. Facts. Oh, that makes me so happy. So guys, I've been posting on Instagram forever. So in Instagram, you can download all of your content, right? So I did it the other day because I was looking for like my old lives that I did because I want to post them like on my YouTube channel. Because I used to go live all the time. And I downloaded all of my content and I was like watching my lives and I was like crying. Because I was like, oh my God, like I used to go live all the time. I used to help so many people and like I love going live. It's not something that I do get excited to teach people, but it's not something like being in front of the camera is not my favorite thing to do, as it's not for most people. But I've been doing it for a really long time and, you know, I miss it. So today, actually, when I was driving home, my son, my oldest, and I went and had breakfast, and on the way home, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go live today, and I'm going to teach people today. So I am going to do this more regularly because I miss it, and I know there's a lot of people out there that I can help. So for those of you that I explained the school community to, if you comment the word group, we have a 7-day free trial of our school community. You can go and learn a ton of information for free to start taking action and fixing your credit now before buying anything from us, okay? Like, that's why the trial is there. Like, I want you to go and take advantage of that. Take advantage of the information I have to share. Go and watch my YouTube channels. I just posted a brand new YouTube video yesterday. We're also building that up as well because I'm all about giving free value, because if you can learn something from me, you know, that's only going to make your life better, and I know I'm going to get a testimony from it. Whether you bought something from me or not, like I have so many people that will reach out to me and be like, Dominique, I didn't even buy your course. I just have been watching your social media and your YouTube channel, and, you know, I've gotten so much information from that I was able to get a result. Like, that's amazing, you know? Like, I love that. Yeah, I need to get back going live. I really don't like being on camera as well. I know. And, you know, being a woman, it's like, I could show up how I look in the morning, but do I want to? Does that make me feel good? Probably not. And you know how people are. Like, people are super, yeah, I'll comment. I'll pin that, Mikhail. But yeah, people are like very judgmental. And it's like, I want them to hear the information I have to share, not look at that I have a huge pimple on my forehead and that I look crazy, you know? So yeah, it's hard because it's a whole process. Like, where Mikhail, he just needs to throw a hat on and he can hop on camera right away. For me, I have to go do my hair, do my makeup, you know? Like, am I going to put my lashes on today or not? Like, you know, it's a whole process, and that's just being a woman, but I have to commit to, that's just something I have to come over, you know? And just step into that and just do that. Screw them. They probably have bad credit. But more the reason that I have to be live. I have to show up. And it does make me feel good to get myself ready for the day. You know, I have, for those of you that don't know me, we have 3 boys. We have a 12-year-old, almost 12-year-old. We have a 7-year-old, and then we have an almost 2-year-old. So, and my 2-year-old is not in school of any kind. Thank you. My 2-year-old is not in school. He's home with us full time. He does go to his grandparents and stuff, and I did have a nanny, but my nanny left because she got a government job. Anyway, so let me go back to what I was doing. Okay, so my YouTube video that I just posted. So Mikhail and I, we have 2 YouTube channels. We have one that's joint with Mikhail and I. So if you go to YouTube, or if you, go to YouTube, type in Mikhail and Dominique Bennett, and then you'll find our channel. So the video I posted yesterday is called Debt Collector Coming After You. Before you settle your debt, watch this. So go and watch that, okay? And then I also have my own channel as well. If you just look up Dominique Bennett, it'll probably come up. I'm trying to go. And if you go to my Linktree, okay? If you go to my Linktree, my profile, I have my YouTube link like in the links where all the social media links are, okay? So you can go and watch that. I've got tons of free information out there for you guys. I am not, if I was out here trying to make money, my credit course would not be $97 and 60% off. Okay? Like, I'm out here because I want to actually help people. But I've learned information, and it's taken me years to be able to put all this information together for people and, you know, provide the information, which is why it's not 100% free. But I do have a ton of free information that you can go and use and apply to fix your credit. But if you're looking for a blueprint, you definitely want to go and get my course. It's 60% off right now of $97, so it's $38.80, I believe. One-time charge, lifetime access, which means you can go, which brings me to lifetime access, okay? So I had a girl reach out to me yesterday. She bought my course 3 years ago. And she was like, oh, is it the same? And I'm like, yeah, just go log in. Like, everything's been updated since then, but like, it's gonna look different, but it's all the same information plus some new information. So, you know, go ahead and log in. And she actually joined our school community as well. So if you're looking to learn more about us, I would highly suggest commenting the word group. And we have a 7-day free trial for our school community. You can learn more about who we are, jump on our live Q&As that we have twice a week, and get free information on how to start fixing your credit yourself. But yeah, so she was like, I told her about the school community. She was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So she hopped into the school community and she was just sending me testimonial after testimonial. I was like, I know. And then she sent me one and I was like, oh my God, I need to post that one. I forgot about that. It's so amazing to be in a group with other people, which is another reason why your credit is where it is right now, is you're trying to fix your credit yourself. And when I was fixing my credit, I was doing it with Mikhail. So I wasn't alone. I had him to rely on. But when you are somebody, like I had a girl that actually reached out to me the other day. She said that she's getting married and her credit is not very good and she wants to fix her credit before her fiance finds out what her credit score is. And I was like, I got you. So, you know, I was like, you really need, you can fix it yourself. Yes, like all by yourself. But sometimes it's great to have a place where you can go and ask questions and have community. And sometimes you just need the motivation, right? Yes, because you need to buy a new car is great motivation. Yes, because you want to move into a home is great motivation. But sometimes the day-to-day, like if you got a stall letter in the mail and you're just like not sure what to do, to have a community where you can go and say, hey, what do I do? Or like search for the answer. Or reach out to people that are in the community. And even like just sharing your wins, like having that is amazing, because if you can go into the community and see other people are having results and you're just not at that moment, it's going to help to empower you and make you want to keep going, because you're like, if all these people are getting results, I know my results are coming too. What days and times are your lives? So we have 2 lives, at least 2. Sometimes we do 3. But the two that we have on a regular basis are on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have one Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm always on the Q&A that's on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. because that's the time that just works best for me. But I do have another one that is on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So over the years, like a lot of our students have, like I said, they've gone on to start their own businesses. A lot of them are doing like, they're learning and teaching how to sue the credit reporting agencies and things like that. So all of them, you know, I've brought them into my community to help teach other people too. And there are so anybody that you see teaching that is in my community, they're people that like I know, I like, I trust, and they're amazing at what they do. Can credit be repaired within a year? Sure, it can. It just depends on, like a lot of people say to me like, hey, I want to fix my credit in 90 days. Can I? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm not the credit reporting agencies. Like at the end of the day, you can't control what the credit reporting agencies do when they receive your dispute. All you can do is control you and what you do and how many times you dispute. Even if you pay somebody else to fix your credit, you can't control that company and what they do. They're going to do it the way that they do it, you know? So that's, again, another reason why fixing your credit yourself, you just have a lot more power behind it. So, like I said, there are going to be some things that fall off really quickly, sometimes in hours, sometimes in days, sometimes in weeks, sometimes in months, but then there are other things that might take longer for you to dispute. So, everybody's credit report is different. There's no, like, 100% sure way, like this is going to get it off in 2 hours, you know, like that just, and then a lot of times too, like people will be like, you know, I know that sometimes when you dispute things on your credit report, it'll come back. Hey, I was just talking about you. So they'll say like, it came back on my credit report. What do I do? So this is something that over time we've included in our course, because we realize that there are things that happen during the credit repair process that maybe didn't happen to me, but it's still something that happens during the process. So when accounts come back on your credit report, you need to fight it, because there's a timing of, you need to be notified. And again, there are laws and there are procedures that need to be followed in order for an account to be reinserted legally on your credit report, okay? And basically like 95% of the time, they're not doing it the right way. So you want to use that timing against them, all right? And so the specific law you can look at if you have an account that was reinserted, you'll want to go to 15 U.S. Code 1681I. And there are reinsertion laws in there, and they have to do with the timing. So like the credit reporting agency is supposed to notify you within 5 days of the reinsertion, and meaning like in writing, and they don't do that. It just pops back up on your credit report. Can you dispute a late payment if you had auto pay set up, but your bank sent you another card and canceled it? Yes, 100%. So what I would do, go to my YouTube channel. It's in my link tree. Go to my YouTube channel when we're done the live. And there's a video on there that's how I removed a late payment from Grain. I had a similar situation. It wasn't like my credit card, but what happened was there was a third-party connection between between Grain and between my bank account. There was a third-party connection, and what happened was that third-party connection broke. Like it wasn't working, and I was never notified. Where in the past, if that happened and I needed to go reconnect, the company would notify me of that, and there was no notification. So what ended up happening is I was late. So it wasn't my fault, because in the past, you know, they would always notify me, and I always read my emails. And yeah, so in that video, I break down exactly what I did to fix that. I forgot to attach my TransUnion letter, but I did for another 2 series. I think of myself the process. So what you can do, like since you sent it electronically, send it physically as well, if you're able to. I would send it physically by mail as well. So that way they can't say that it was like incomplete. And I would just do it, you can just do it for that one. I would just mail it certified mail. And the reason I say send certified mail is because, again, remember, there are laws and procedures that the credit reporting agencies have to follow. So the most important thing during the credit repair process is tracking everything that you're doing, okay, and documenting everything that you're doing. And the only way to do that is to send certified mail. Like, that's the only way to know 1000% for sure that they received your disputes via mail, if that's how you choose to send them. Now, there are many ways that you can submit your disputes. You can do it online, you can do it by mail, you can do both. You can do, what's it called? BBB, Attorney General. There's so many different ways that you can submit disputes, okay? So let me see here. Let me go back to my reasons. Okay, thank you. Also for the new template letter, I don't see a video on the original. The new template letter. I feel like I do have one. I'm just not sure. Hold on. Oh, you're so welcome. Creditpoolcourses.com. And if you guys, like any of you, if you purchase our course and you don't receive your login credentials, please keep in mind, I have my Linktree. There are links all the way at the bottom that say, if you did not receive your login credentials, click here to email us. If you can't find your link to log in, click here to log in, okay? I try to make it easy for people, but sometimes people don't know where to go, so I try to like put links everywhere to make it easy. Let me see if I can find that video for you. Because I do have, it's called like new letter template video, or new letter template explained video. Ooh, hold on. Before I tell you my zodiac, what do you think I am? If you had to guess. Oh, shoot. What is my password? You do. It's a brief review, but like one stating if you're supposed to add both account and Harding. So it's up to you. Ooh, Virgo. That's hilarious. I'll tell you in a second. Okay. Nobody's gotten it yet. So, you can include them both on the same if you want to, or you can do them separate. It's completely up to you. Really no right or wrong way to do it. Oh my God, everybody thinks I'm a Virgo? I'm dead. Nobody's gotten it yet. Nobody knows. I'm not a Virgo. I'll tell you why that's funny though. Literally, pretty much every like very important person in my life is a Virgo. Yeah, you got it. I'm a Gemini. But Virgos are Casey's like, I know. So yeah, I'm a Gemini, but it's very funny because like the most important people in my life are Virgos, my friend Casey being one of them. My husband, Mikhail, my sister, my mom, actually my third son, Kingston, is a Virgo. My friend Sienna is a Virgo. So I have so many amazing people in my life that are Virgos. And it's funny because you have to know how to handle a Virgo, right? And I'm definitely one that knows how to handle a Virgo because I've had them in my life for my entire life. So yeah, Mikhail and I are like, we started off being best friends. Like that was our relationship before we even started like a relationship. So we're literally like, if we're always home, always together. Literally, I leave the house, he calls my phone. I'm like, can I get out of the driveway? Maybe, you know, like that's just, our relationship. But that's how it is like with my entire family. Like we're all super close. So funny. That's so funny that they like each other, vice versa. But yeah, I would like to say that on behalf of Geminis, I am on like the early, I'm a June 2nd is my birthday. So I'm like very early Gemini. And I would like to say that I am not like a lot of crazy Geminis. I'm very much like a people person. I'm very kind. And my other side only comes out if you mess with my kids or me. Like if you mess with my kids or me. So I'm not an angry person. I'm a very optimistic, very positive person. So is my dad. Oh. High credit utilization. Reason number 3. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Mikhail. So let's talk about reason. Mikhail's my husband. He's in the comments. Are you home yet? Or you oh, he's walking. He went out to the park to go walk. Okay. So reason number 3 that your credit is where it is right now and it's holding you back is you have high credit utilization. Okay. And the reason why is because like a lot of times people are just using their credit cards to pay for their bills because things happen, you know, or maybe you're just out buying things that you don't need or buying things you think you need. No judgment from me because I am a spender. I buy things impulsively a lot, but I also have buyer's remorse as well, so I return a lot as well, okay? So high credit card utilization. So a lot of times people will say to me like, Dominique, how do I pay my cards down? Like, what do I do? Now, earlier in this live, and I will be posting this live on my page, earlier in this live, I did talk about the snowball effect, right? Like to pay your cards down. But I get that people don't have extra money to even maybe do that, okay? So what do? You have to make more money. And that's quite honestly like the answer. Like, and people will say like, how do I get these credit cards paid down? Like, you have to make more money. You just have to. Like, if you want to live an exciting life and have like a great lifestyle, like you have to make more money to be able to afford that. So how do we make more money? I told you guys in the beginning that, you know, you have to learn a valuable skill. And a lot of you already have skill sets already that you know, and you're just not teaching people about it or telling people about it. And at the end of the day, like us as humans here on earth, we have a duty to teach other people and to share it with other people what we know and the information that we know. And that is why I'm here today, you know, here on live. I'm here not for myself, but I'm here to help you guys and further spread my message of you don't have to pay people to fix your credit for you. You can 1000% do it yourself. You don't need to pay other people. Go and learn the information. Go and watch all my free content and fix it yourself, you know? And one of the huge skill sets that you can learn, and a lot of my other students do, is fixing your credit. Once you learn how to fix your credit, so back in 2022, fourth quarter, that's when we had like so many students hop in like really, really quickly. I had a post that went viral on Instagram and just things just like, I hate to say like things blew up overnight because I've been hustling for a really long time for it to blow up overnight, but literally like that post, like everything, right? Like I got a ton of followers, I had celebrities reaching out to me, like it was insanity, right? So at that time, I had a lot of people learning how to fix their credit really fast, getting the results, like all these amazing things, so many testimonies. And then a lot of people were like, hey, I'm helping my friends, my family, my coworkers, all these people how to fix their credit. I'm even fixing some of it for them, right? So Mikhail and I were like, okay, like we have to show people and teach people how to actually start a credit business the right way. Like how to start a credit business and how to have success with it. And that's where the Credit Influencer Academy came into play, because remember, learning how to fix credit is a high income skill set because it's something that you can charge, like a lot of people charge a lot of money for in order to get their problem solved. Just like a lawyer, just like a doctor, right? Like they get paid a lot of money to solve these problems that people have that they just simply don't want to take care of themselves, right? So that's where the Credit Influencer Academy came to life, because we wanted to give people that blueprint. Mikhail, your mom's calling you. So the Credit Influencer Academy is not teaching you how to fix credit for other people, because we teach you that in the Credit Essentials bundle, but the Credit Influencer Academy is showing you how to make more money doing it, okay? Now, I've had so many students that have gone in and have been able to quit their jobs and go full-time in credit repair. I have people that are making 6 figures. I have people that are making 5 figures a month. Like, it's crazy. But again, it's just like credit repair, right? Where it's like, I give you the blueprint, I give you the solutions, but I can't fix your credit for you, right? Just like with your credit business, like I can't get you clients. Like I can't help you in that, like in that aspect. Like you have to show up for your business. You have to follow the blueprint. You have to take action. You have to set up your automated appointment system. Like you have to follow all of the steps. You have to take action and post on social media. You have to talk about what you do, you know? So, and that's the same. It's the same for any DIY type of program. Like you have to show up. You have to have a burning desire within you to help other people. And it's amazing because like once you have that experience like that of actually helping people to change their life, like I have so many people that reach out and say like, because of you guys in your course, like I've been able to buy my first home. I was able to get approved for a car that I, you know, for my family that actually doesn't break down. Like all of these amazing stories, like people that have gone from homeless to now having an apartment, you know, just all these amazing testimonies. And that's what is life-changing. It's not even like the money is great too, but it's the outcome like that happens for people, the transformation. That is what feels really good. And you won't know what that feels like until it happens to you. And I feel that that's why a lot of people go into starting a credit repair business, because they're addicted to that feeling. Like they love that feeling of like, thank you so much for helping me to change my life, you know, and put me on the right path. So for those of you that are looking for a way to make more money, to whether it's to fix your credit utilization problem, or whether it's just because you want to make more money or you want to quit your job or anything like that. I actually have one of my students who just reached out to me just over the weekend. He has a business that he runs like during the day-to-day, and he also has a credit repair business, and both are very successful. And he just messaged me last week that he is leaving his regular business, like the 9 to 5, and he's going to go 100% in on the credit side of things. He's going to start teaching credit and things like that. And it's just like, it's so exciting to know that like it all starts with the foundation, you guys, of learning how to fix your credit. So you can learn how to fix your credit for yourself. And then you might be so happy about it and wanting to just naturally share the feeling that you have with other people and the knowledge that you have with other people and teach them as well. So our Credit Influencer Academy, sorry, my son was calling, but I wanted to, can you tell Weston to stop? Guys. Hold on. My youngest keeps, or my middle child keeps calling me over and over. Okay, I think he's done now. I kept declining his call and he kept calling me. Hold on. Where's my computer? Hold on. Make sure my D&D. I think I have my D&D on, but I don't have it like not letting my kids call, which I need to fix because clearly they're not getting it. Join me. Join you what? Hold on. So what I was saying is the Credit Influencer Academy is 60% off. Oh, no, I'm not adding anybody in my live right now. But the Credit Influencer Academy is 60% off right now if you use coupon code May. So if you're somebody that is interested in making more money, you know, and helping other people with credit repair, whether you're teaching them how to do it and creating your own course, or you're interested in actually fixing it for them, that would be the route you would want to go. And with that, you get all the information you need and more. Plus, you're going to also get all access to all of our personal and business credit products as well. So you'll have all the tools that you need to be able to do that. Okay? And that's really how you're going to be able to fix your high credit card utilization, how you're going to be able to leave that job. So like, I guess I'll tell you a story. So when I left my job back in 2022, it was very scary. Like, I was so scared. I loved my boss. I loved my job, but it was, I was being overworked, underpaid, and I was doing the work of multiple people. And it was really, really difficult. I was driving an hour plus each way, missing out on my kids growing up, missing out on other opportunities because I had work. I wanted to travel and do all these different things, and I wasn't able to do that. And then when I would come home at night, I would work on my business. So at that time, I wasn't helping Mikhail in the credit repair space. I was doing, I have a digital marketing agency as well. I've built funnels and systems and websites for years. Self-taught, again, another high income skill set, okay, is learning like how to build websites and things like that. I did that for years. So in my mind, when I was leaving my job, my thought wasn't, okay, I'm going to help Mikhail in the credit repair industry, like that space. I'm going to help him and partner with him in that. My thought was, I'm going to blow up my digital marketing agency and I'm going to have all these clients that pay me on a monthly basis and I'm just going to do all the work for them, just me. And what I was doing, not consciously knowing, I was creating another job for myself. I was trying to leave my job and create a new job for myself, like unconsciously knowing what I was doing. And I learned really quickly that that wasn't it. I still was a one-person show, and there's no way that I would be able to make the kind of money that I wanted to make doing digital marketing, one-man show forever, right? And it got really scary because, yes, I had business credit, okay? Because once you learn about personal credit, you need to learn about business credit. We have a course on that. It's 60% off of $47, so it's like almost free. So I had business credit as like a backup, but it got scary because I was like, dang, like I'm not where I want to be yet. Like, did I make a mistake, like quitting my job? And I was not making six figures at the bank, okay? I was making mid 5 figures, okay? So it wasn't a lot of money. Like, that's not a lot. Yes, that can be life-changing for people that are in a situation where they need to make more money. But for somebody that is married, has 2 kids, their husband is just running their business from home, it wasn't enough, okay, for the lifestyle that I had in mind for my future. So I went and I was like, okay, like we need to have like a come to Jesus moment. And I said to Mikhail, I was like, we need to like do the same thing and partner on something together. And that changed everything. I started making videos. You can go back. If you go back on my Instagram, it'll take you about 20 minutes probably to scroll all the way back. I know that because I did it the other day because I was looking for something specific. But if you scroll all the way back on my social media, you can go back and see like the build up. I was posting videos on Instagram before Reels were even a thing. And you can see the first time I went live, how awkward. I wasn't even teaching anything. I was just sitting there working and just talking to people in the chat, you know. Anyway, so I partnered with Mikhail. I started going live. I started teaching. I started making more videos. We created our community, and I was a big part of our community in that. I was answering questions all day, every day. Again, so instead of me just being a one-woman show, it was a partnership now where Mikhail and I were doing it together. And we were able to do, like I said, hey, how are you, Ola? So I was able to do 5 figures within the matter of months since leaving my job. But I wanted to say before I decided to partner with Mikhail, like I took a mentorship because I was really lost and I was like, I felt like I made the wrong decision and like my job, like I let my job define who I was, like my corporate job. Talking to people all day, emailing people, all that stuff. It was like a random fly. And I let that define me. And then when I left my job, I like cut it off and I didn't have that anymore. So I was like, what is my purpose? Like, what am I here for? You know? Anyway, so then I partnered with Mikhail and we created, we enhanced our course and we just went all in. I took a mentorship. It changed everything for me. I started posting and have been posting probably 6 to 12 times a day between our 2 accounts for a very long time. And it's changed everything. And in return, I've been blessed to be able to help thousands of people to not only just fix their credit, they go on to impact other people and help them. And then a lot of them are even like making a lot of money because of just simply fixing their credit, because it was what they needed to be able to get approved for business credit, to be able to invest into Facebook ads and marketing and systems that are going to help to scale their business. Because for me, I was putting all of my hard-earned money for years, okay? Because like I said, I was working part-time on my business while I was working full-time. And I was investing personal money for years in my business because my business wasn't making a lot, but I wanted it to, you know? So once I learned about business credit, and I learned that once I fixed my personal credit, I could leverage that and get approved for business credit, and I could use those cards and use them like to their limit and not hurt or affect my personal credit, I was like, hell yes, this is it. This is our ticket. This is what we need. And it was, because I didn't use that credit for pleasure and to go, spend and buy things that I didn't need. I used it to invest into better computers so that we could work faster. I invested into mentorships so that I could learn more, so that I could teach more. I invested into Facebook advertising, trial and error, figuring it out. I invested into so many programs, and I still do to this day. We're constantly investing into other programs, other people, because we want to learn more. Because if you're not learning and growing, you're dying. And that's the reality of it. So that's just life. Like, if you're not constantly learning, you're dying. It's really sad, but it's the truth. Okay, so I guess that brings me to reason number 5, finally, which is your credit is where it is right now because you just haven't made a decision to start fixing it yet. And I feel that a lot of people will just sit in their credit and where it is right now just simply because they don't need it right now. So they think it's cool, like, I'll just leave it. And I was like that for a long time. But that's also because I just didn't simply know that I didn't have to wait 7 years for the negative things to fall off my credit report. Because a lot of times, even if you wait 7 years, it still doesn't just fall off. Okay? So I had to make the decision that I needed to fix my credit. But for you guys, like, I really hope that you don't wait to fix your credit until you need it, because Mikhail and I wanted to buy a home for years, okay? We rented, I'm 35, I think. I'm 35. My son's not here for me to double check because he knows how old I am. But I'm 35 years old. I've been renting all of my life. We just purchased our first home last August of 2024, okay? And I don't know how many of you have your own business and you make your own money, but if you go through the home buying process while having a business and not having a job, right? It's quite the process. They take blood. Like, we had to go through the ringer. The amount of information they needed from us, the amount of updates, the amount of bank statements, asking us about certain debt and what is that? What's it for? It was a lot. And it's just like, I'm just so happy that I've been so educated, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me for taking ownership for my past mistakes and for my lack of knowledge and just being stupid for so many years and using that as an excuse for too long. And I changed it all around, and now I'm turning it around to help other people, and be able to help them. So even if you're not where you want to be right now, because 10 years ago, I was still trying. I was nowhere where I am now, but I was trying to make money online and trying to be successful online. But I wasn't. And it's really difficult to see the end, the tunnel, right? Like, it's really hard when you're in it, when you're in the grind, you're trying to figure it out. Collection companies are calling you. You're not sure if you have enough to pay rent. Your kids have field trips they need to go on. They wonder why you can't go out to eat like their friends do all the time, And it's just, I'm not going to cry. It's just a lot, You live in or you drive a car that is about to break down, okay? You live in an apartment, and these are all things that I've gone through too. You live in an apartment where you have a 50-foot extension cord going from the living room to the kitchen so that your refrigerator will work. Your air conditioning is leaking from the ceiling. and you have the popcorn ceiling or the drop tiles as your ceiling, right? It's been me. It's hard to see the end when you're going through it. But that is why having such a big belief and a huge vision for yourself and for your future is so important. I know it can seem stupid or stereotypical, but like creating vision boards is incredible. And it's not just creating it, but it's actually putting it in front of you and taking steps and taking action towards the things that you see on the vision board. Because if you put on the vision board that you want a brand new car, but you're not doing anything to fix your credit and you're not doing anything to try to make more money to show that you make enough money to be able to pay for that car or pay for that house, you know, it's not just going to happen. Vision boards are simply for you, to help you to see and envision what your life can be and will be. And I am speaking from experience because I literally have created multiple vision boards, and I've had all of those things come to life with me working towards those things, but not like getting that house next week, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, you know. What letter in your repair guide should be used after a credit card writes back as an item is verified? So you want to go to the section that is called What to Do when an account comes back verified and watch the videos in that section, because we go over that in there. And I believe the PDFs are in that section too. I typically put the PDFs that we're referencing, I put them in that section, but I also have in the very first section of the course is the master workbook, the Magic Eraser master workbook, and it has all the PDFs in there. And at the very beginning, there's a table of contents. So you can go and look through that too to find the letter. I concur. I've had my evergreen on my vision, bison board. Vision board happen with the first 3 months. Yes, but your vision is never going to come to life if you're not working towards that. You know, I had vision boards while I was still working at my job, and I had things come to fruition and come to life while I was working my job, but I wasn't just slaving away every single day, 9 to 5, 9 to 7, you know, and that was it. I was coming home and I was actively investing into my business, investing into my mind, learning new skills, you know, constantly trying to figure it out. And even if you decide credit is might not be the route that you want to go, yes, everybody needs to fix their credit, period. That is the foundation, okay? To be able to get you access to other people's money, like the banks and things like that, to be able to invest back into your business. But maybe you have some other sort of business idea or something else that you want to do. You just want to find a service-based business that you can help other people and serve other people first. And it's really important that you do that to gain the experience and to learn how to treat other people, how customer service works, how to fulfill the service and do it really well, how to take people through that transformation process. And even if it's like a landscaper, right? You still want great reviews and great testimonials from the people that you're serving. You don't want them to say, you know, we're going to cancel our services because we haven't really seen a difference. You know what I mean? You want to learn how to give a really good service. And then once you do that, the next step, if you want to make significant money, is you want to then teach that to other people. Not teach them how to landscape. Teach them how to run a successful landscaping business. You know, where do you hire people? Where do you find all of the materials? You know, what should your monthly overhead look like? Different options on different tools that you can buy for your people that work for you. Should you be working in the business yourself in the beginning? At what point do you hire people? And that goes for any service-based business. Even if you have a baking, if you bake bread, bake cookies, you know, yes, you do that for other people, but you can also teach other people how to be successful doing it too. And people's definitions of success are very different for every single person. For me, my definition of success is being able to drive what I want, live where I want, have my family be healthy and happy, and be able to vacation and be home all the time. Like, I enjoy being home, and I purchased a home that I would enjoy being home all the time because I don't have a brick and mortar business. I am home running my business online from home. And that's what success looks like to me. But what success looks like to other people, and like your definition of success may change over time, because very early on, my first income goal was $10,000 a month. I was like, wow, if we could make $10,000 a month, we'd be, gajillionaires. Like we would do this all the time and travel here, travel there, And that was like a big goal for me. And it's like, once I didn't even hit that goal, I exceeded that goal quickly. And it's like, when it happens, you're like, dang, is this a fluke? Is this for real? Or is this just like luck? And hard work is never luck. Like, as long as you put the work in and you keep going and you just provide really great service and truly help other people, you're going to succeed, because that's what we're here on earth to do, is to help other people. And not always, require $1 up front. Like, it's great to do things for free. When I first started, now I'm kind of rambling, but when I first started with websites, right? So I needed to learn how to make a website because Mikhail made one and it was not it. Okay, he's not a very visually creative person. He knows what looks good, but he just like taking it out of his head and putting it out on paper just like isn't his thing. So I saw the website he made and I was like, no, I can do better than that. So I went and like researched how to create websites, and I did a lot of trial and error and like just learned it myself, So and then what I did, hey, how are you, Sean? So then I went out and did it for free for other people. Back then I was in network marketing, and I was like building funnels, like sales funnels for people before funnels was even a thing, before ClickFunnels. And I was doing it for free for people. I wasn't expecting anything in return. And that really helped to build my portfolio and to gain experience and learn how it was going to go. Because when you do things for free in the beginning, you're going to learn really quickly what you're willing to do for free and what you're not willing to do for free. And then like what things are missing, and when can you, like at what point do you hire somebody? Like what are some things that you can have somebody else do? I feel like I could just go on and on. I've been in the online trying to make money space and help other people since 2013. Okay. So that's 12 years of consistency. And I have proof of that. You can go to my Facebook page and go all the way. I think my Facebook is private or public. If you go all the way back to the beginning, like you can see the grind. You can see all the things that I've done and dabbled in, like e-com, network marketing, affiliate marketing, all the different things. And I had to find something, like you have to find something that resonates with you and what makes you feel good, and something that you enjoy doing for it to be your thing, like that you want to do forever. Like I enjoyed network marketing and I enjoyed affiliate marketing and things like that, but I wanted to always be able to actually create something of my own. And being in those spaces, that just wasn't something that I saw as being like a long thing, like a long road for me. Like that just wasn't. So once I started to get creative and wanted to create things for myself, like that's when I got into digital marketing and like ads and all the things and creating websites and different things like that. So I just would say like, aw, thank you. So many nice people. My great hair. Thanks. That's so funny. Speaking of hair, I was walking out. My oldest and I took him to have breakfast because my two younger ones are at their grandparents'. But we were walking out of my dad has a restaurant, so we were walking out of his restaurant this morning after breakfast. And I was talking to my sister, and I was like, I curled my hair different this morning or whatever. And my son thought I was talking to him, and he goes, he's like, cool. Like he doesn't care. And I'm like, bro, I'm not even talking to you. Thank you so much for all your help and information. 10 out of 10, highly recommended, still applying and learning and still growing. I love that. See? But it all comes down to the decision. You have to make the decision that you are unhappy with your credit. You're unhappy with where you are in life. You're unhappy, period. And then you need to change it and seek information. Like I said, you don't have to pay me anything. Go and do my free 7-day trial, comment group. Go and join my 7-day free trial of my school community. Take advantage of all the information in there, the Q&As that are twice a week. Go and, I have something else for you guys too. But YouTube channels, Facebook, Instagram, it's all free. Like, I have so much free shit. Like, go out there and take advantage of it and apply it. And then you'll feel so much better about yourself and about where you're going. And even if you don't have a vision of where your life is going right now, you will very soon. As soon as you start to just fix the things that are going on right now, and even if it's a lot of things that are just not going in your favor, just focus on one thing. And I highly advise focusing on your credit first, because I'm telling you, because I've been through it, once I fixed my credit, everything changed. My business got better, my family got better. I was able to it opened up so many doors. When I was able to fix my credit and I just learned how to do it myself, it changed everything. I would not be here at all, the other thing I wanted to say is our school community. So if you comment the word group, you'll be able to take advantage of the 7-day free trial. You have to do it tonight though, to lock in, because right now it's a 7-day free trial and then it's $15 a month, but you have to do it tonight before midnight in order to lock your spot in, because we are going to be increasing the price, not for existing members, only for new members very, very soon, to $30 a month. But I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for all of the people that are in my community, because we're going to be giving 50% commissions into our school community. So if you're somebody that wants to make more money and you're not sure doing what or when, you can be a member of my school community. Join now, lock in that price of $15 a month, okay? Because even when we increase our prices to $30, you'll still be locked in at $15. You get all the information in there. You can be a part of all the live Q&As. Anything you possibly need is in there. And then you can invite other people, once we increase the price to $30. So then when you invite people, you're going to make $15 a month off those people. Okay. So I'm not making any more money off of the people that you invite besides what I would have been making anyway, because I wanted, again, to give people an opportunity to make more money, but also for the right reasons. You're making more money by sharing a community. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to share it. So what we've been working on this weekend and going to continue working on the next couple days is we're putting together an entire affiliate packet, so that you're gonna have a workbook of the need to knows, how to share the community, things you can post if you want to post it on social media, and different things like that, to be able to invite people and get 50% commissions on that. So you can comment group, and like I said, 7-day free trial, and then it's $15 a month if you would like to stay in the community. But if you don't, that's fine too. My heart will not be broken. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's not about me. If you join something and you feel like you're not getting the value that you were expecting, then you shouldn't be in it anyway. But I can 100% guarantee that the value is well over $15 a month. I was actually telling one of our other students that I was going to be increasing the price to $30. And he was like, it should be more than $30, Dominique. And I was like, but I love to keep things affordable for people, because I've been there. I've been where Mikhail and I have $12, we're hungry, and we want to go to Wendy's. How stupid, right? But I've been there before. We have no money, and we were living in Mikhail's parents' basement, trying to figure it out. And this was not that long ago. 2016, 2015, maybe 2015. So 10 years ago? That's not that long ago. Some people think 10 years is a long time ago. It's really not. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because I got to get ready. Oh shit, I'm going to break my computer. My middle son has a baseball game today at either 3 or 3:30. So, just with my parting words, okay? If you're new here, You want to learn how to begin fixing your own credit. You're just here for information right now. You're not looking to invest in anything. Go and watch my free class, okay? If you comment credit, you'll get access to that free class. If you are here because you are brand new, don't know anything about me or anything like that, I have a 7-day free trial in my school community. You'll learn a ton of information about how to begin fixing your own credit, plus get the support you need, plus 2 live Q&As per week. Again, 7-day free trial. Comment the word group if you want that. Or if you're somebody that you're here because you've been fixing your credit or you're about to, but you're really interested in the business side of things and being able to fix credit for other people, then if you comment the word mentor, I'll send you my free class on that, okay? On how you can begin to do that. So even if you're interested in maybe making money with credit repair, I would just watch the video. It's free, you know? But to wrap it up, please, whatever situation you're in right now, understand that where you are right now is based off of decisions that you've made, whether it's recently, whether it was a long time ago and things have just been snowballing to get to where you are now. But you have the power to change your situation beginning right now, okay? So the best thing is for you to go and seek information, whether it's free, whether it's paid, doesn't matter. Get the information from people that are where you want to be, okay? People that you inspire to be like, or would like to be your friend, you know, things like that. Like, you want to look to those types of people, okay? There's something else I wanted to say too. Oh, all of our products right now are 60% off, and that expires tomorrow night. So use coupon code MAY, and you'll get 60% off, and that goes for Credit Influencer Academy. It goes for, not our school community because that's completely separate, but you get a 7-day free trial. And that's our credit course, business credit course, learning how to set up your own business, like all those other courses. It's all 60% off right now, and it expires tomorrow night, I think at midnight. So maybe I'll go live tomorrow. We'll see what the house is looking like because my other 2 kids will be home. So anyway, it's been great talking with you all. And I hope that I helped you to either learn something or maybe to just get you thinking about things and where you are right now, and creating a vision for yourself and a belief of where you want to be soon. So take the information that you learned today and go and apply it, because information doesn't mean anything if you don't go out and take action on it and actually do something about it. Because you have the power to do it. It doesn't matter if you make $5 an hour, if you don't have a job, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you know, like you can change your situation with information. So, hi Dom, my score's at 620, waiting on some things to be removed. Woohoo! 620, yay, that's great. Good, good, good. Excited to hear more results. All right, guys, and thank you to those of you that have hopped on and have shared your experiences with me. It's been amazing, like your testimony, your results, and things like that. Should I apply for Navy Fed? I would wait. Are you in Navy Fed? If you're not in Navy Fed yet, I would get in Navy Fed now. Put money in your bank account there. If you have a job that offers direct deposit, I would direct deposit some money in there. Okay, good. I would keep seasoning it and just wait. Navy Fed does have a pre-approval process, so if you wanted to go and do the pre-approval thing, you could do that, but I would wait to do that until very late at night, like I would say after like 1 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, to go and do the pre-approval. Because if you do the pre-approval and nothing comes up, then you're probably not going to get approved. That's one thing with my American Express. So like sorry, I'm just going to keep going. But like American Express, I had called, like I told you guys, to get my business credit card increased, like my limit. And then after I did that, I was like, oh, can I get more credit cards? And they were like, sure. And I went on the computer and I saw like that I could get approved for like all these other credit cards and like do a pre-approval and get no like ding or anything to my credit. So I did it and then I got approved. And I was like, huh, very cool. So anyway, getting new credit is a good thing too. Yes, getting new credit will begin to bring down the overall history of your credit, but it is a good thing when you get limits like $5,000 limits and like above, because that just helps with your overall utilization. So for those of you that have maxed out cards, like as you begin to get new approvals and things like that, it's really going to help your overall credit. All right. Well, thank you all for being here today. I'll probably go live again tomorrow or something like that, just because we're only doing a 60% off sale until tomorrow night at midnight. And I want to make sure as many people that have been looking to purchase get the best discount possible. So I'll hop back on tomorrow. But I hope you guys all have a great Saturday. Thanks again for listening. If you're interested, my free credit class, Comment Credit, CIA, which is Credit Influencer Academy. If you're interested in learning how to start or learning how to start and scale a credit repair business, I can't even talk. Comment the word mentor. And if you're interested in joining my community, 7-day free trial, okay, comment the word group. You get access to training, daily questions being answered in the group. You can comment whenever you want. And then you can also get access to 2 live Q&As per week on Zoom. Thank you. I appreciate you, Nancy. And then you can, and you'll lock in. I don't know why I'm holding a freaking pencil. It's just here. I'm fidgety. So you can, when you join in, once we increase our price to $30 a month, don't worry if you're an existing member or you're just joining now, like you'll lock in the $15 a month if you stay past the 7-day trial. And then when we increase it to $30 a month for new members, you'll be able to get 50% commissions if you want to share our community. And it's like the perfect opportunity, because who doesn't want to learn how to fix their credit, right? So you just simply share the community with other people. They join, you make money. You don't got to do anything. Like, we do all the work for you. We answer all the questions, the Q&As, the training, all the things. And we have a brand new, I have so many things going on, but we have a brand new series that Mikhail and I are going to be doing within the community too. Because like I said, we like helping people. So we're going to help teach people how to, like, different skills that you can learn online. So it's like a digital dollars series that we're going to be doing. We just haven't solidified the date as of yet because of the whole affiliate program and things. So anyway, I'm going to go before somebody else hops on and asks another question. But thank you all again for listening and for being here and taking in the information, because taking information in is the first step. Applying it is the next step. So after I'm done this live, please go and apply some of the information that you learned. You don't have to apply all of it. I'll put this live on my channel. I'll put this live on my feed so that you can come back and review it in case if you missed the beginning or if you wanted to rewatch it. But I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll go live again tomorrow. Okay, bye.